program a couple of years now. You've gone through the transition, what coach wanted you to do, that type of thing. Has that made it easier for you to get started with this season?
I guess it's made it easier. I'm really just kind of gonna do whatever coach tells me to do best to win. Cause my main goal, like Mike said, cause I'm sitting back there, I can hear him, is winning the ACC championship again. Came back to do it again, and me and Mike got a strong goal set, and we talked to coach, and we go through a lot of stuff in practice. So really, whatever position coach wants to use me at is where I'm gonna be used at. Just giving myself up as long as we can win. That's my main goal every time. It's winning, winning, winning. That's all I want to do.
You showed glimpses of your ability as a rebounder, and even as a post player last year. With Moses gone, do you feel like that's going to be something you do more of this year?
For sure, yeah. I even joke with Moses, like, now that he's gone, I can actually get some rebounds and try to show some stats on that side and maybe put some putback dunks like he was. But yeah, anytime you lose a guy, luckily to the NBA, gonna leave a big role to fill. So part of his role, part of Jose's role, everybody's gonna have to chip in and, be more physical down low, be more active on defense, because both of those guys were good in those areas.
You play the type of game that could get the crowd on their feet, with some of the things you do. Are you looking forward to playing before bigger crowds this year?
For sure, yeah. It was only felt like 20 people at the game. I know it's more than that, but when you can't really feel the energy, it kind of takes away from what college basketball is. So it kind of felt like AAU. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to get back in front of our fans, in front of the GT fans.
What have been your observations about the bigs and how they've come on?
Yeah, so I think definitely Rodney's our most physical big and the strongest, and has shown the most force during the summer. But Saba and Jordan Mecca both have worked really hard. Saba's extremely skilled, and his heart's growing every single day. He's becoming more of a competitor, and when he gets that down, I really think Saba's going to be someone scary to have to guard and deal with, because he's huge and he's really talented, has great touch and hands. So, yeah.
In terms of, you guys started really slow last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think before, just kind of how important it was to jump out of the gate and not dig a hole for yourselves. You guys have to
Yeah. I think having a team with kind of less experience, we still have as much talent, I think, as we had last year. We have a lot of new guys that are very talented, but last year when we had a lot more experience, I felt like maybe we'd go into games slow, knowing that we would get things going, just kind of leaning on our experience and times haven't played before. But coaches made it apparent through drills, starting practice with transition, making sure that our condition is high, so Coach really isn't going to put up with any slow starts, because we can't have them.
Do you feel like the team is built to run more than it has in the past?
That depends. We've been running a lot more during the summer. Coach has really been going hard on conditioning, but he plays a shorter roster usually, or a shorter rotation, so it depends on how much he's going to run. We have been pressing every single day in practice, so hopefully, I like pressing. I like getting up and down and running, so that's fun.
I'm curious, can you kind of share your experiences working with Dan Taylor and what he meant for you?
Oh yeah, man! I sent him a whole long voice message. Had to tell him to watch it by his kids and his family, because he meant a whole lot to me. But really just a real charismatic guy. And for the strength coaches, I feel like they need to have their own relationship with the kids outside of whatever the coach is, because he's kind of like a counselor, strength coach. You're with him one-on-one in the weights, maybe you just before or after a hard practice. So he's just the world's best guy. He's a great dad. He's a great husband. He's an amazing strength coach, and I know he's going to be great at the NBA. I wish we could still have him, but that's just my guy. I love him. So, yeah.
Andy, you got anything?
Sure. Okay. Jose was kind of the emotional bellwether of the team for the last several years. You're a guy who plays with a lot of passion. Do you feel like you have to take it more upon yourself to be that emotional leader of the team, knowing that that's sort of in line with your character, and there's nobody like a Jose that might be alongside you to help split that load?
Yeah, I think it definitely kind of falls on my shoes. It's not leadership roles and something you kind of walk in and say, I'm the leader, and everyone kind of corrals and pats you on the back. You just kind of have to lead by example, and Jose set a good example of doing that every day, and to compete and, being a super senior or one of the older guys with Bubba, just having to be, the leader, and hopefully I can push just as well as Jose did, if not better this year, to win his season.